Hello YouTube! So as you may know, I'm a cosplayer. If you don't know that by now, you must be new here. Welcome. Hi. Hope you enjoy. Lilac City Comic Con is coming up in 100 and something days. And maybe some of you remember last year's video where I did my Briar Rose cosplay that I ended up not taking to Lilac, but she was originally for Lilac. This year I'm going with my very dear friend Em to Lilac, and I'm going to be hosting a panel on making your own cosplay, hopefully. But if you're going to Lilac, please say hi to me there. I'll be hosting my own panel. Please come see. So this year, as I do, is I can never just re-wear the cosplays I make. I always have to make one new one for some reason. And we are going to go as Flareon and Leafeon. But I'm going to get a head start on Leafeon and do all that. I did, however, already kind of start on Leafeon. We're doing our own designs. Here's my Leafeon design, designed by Em. Which means that I get to make Leafeon's ranger design. So I have this quiver that I'm not fully done with, obviously, but the actual quiver itself is done. It functions both as a backpack and obviously just an accessory prop. The top of it has a little notch here where you can see, and that, let's see if I can get it out without hurting anything. You have to be gentle with it because obviously I haven't totally secured these because I just made this yesterday. But that pops out and you get an entire thing of storage. And then this is a full-length arrow. Obviously it's fake. It's completely made out of foam. Not my best work ever, but you're rarely ever going to see the full arrow. It's mostly for photography purposes that I'll have this. But yeah, so I have one full-length arrow and my little prop ones. So that's the base quiver, and it just goes like that, and eventually it'll sit on my back. Hopefully like this. This probably is going to be like a multi-part mini-series that I'm going to do for Leafeon specifically, and I might end up also filming a Flareon and Sylveon, but I'm not really sure on that yet. But for Leafeon, it's probably going to be more of a mini-series. Should be no more than 3 parts at most. We're basically doing like the base of my Leafeon cosplay. Let's jump into it, because I want to start, and I'm losing daylight. Ugh, I don't want to do this. It's a little waddle. Stay tuned. I got all of my pattern pieces cut out, right? You can see it. I promise it's not going to look like that when it's done. But it does right now. It's a trust the process kind of thing. It's also inside out and pinned on that mannequin. But everything I got cut out, I pinned everything that I could yesterday because I need to jump right into sewing today because I have work in roughly... I don't have a clock near me. I have work in roughly 3 hours. So, I need to skedoodle. That's not a word. And really kind of speed through this to get these 2 done. Because you know what else is this week? Finals week. Oh boy, I'm stressed. And what does Crypt do better than choose to do projects on the weeks that they have like big projects to do and work? We have shirt and pants to sew today, which I think I'm gonna try to get done today, if not tomorrow. So hopefully that'll get done, and then maybe we can start on that cape, which I've literally barely had enough fabric for after cutting all that out. So, yay! Okay, I'm gonna go do that, we're gonna figure it out, and we'll figure it out. Okay, we're gonna get the, oh yeah, I need the charger. The charger, the cord. Yeah, we're gonna ignore the messy desk, okay? This is called real life. And the fact that sewing is a very messy project. None of this Instagram cleansing workspace while I work. Bull. Okay? I don't wanna hear it. Let's move you closer, shall we? Much better. I forgot the shirt, it's inside out at the moment, but very basic. Molly shirt, and I know it's super big and it looks super big, and I think it is gonna be a fairly loose fitting, and I think it's supposed to be a fairly loose fitting shirt. Anyways, time to sew. I don't know how much the seam allowance was supposed to be. 1.5 inches. I am so cool. Okay, what is this? They don't have markings. We're gonna just put it there. We're gonna say that's it. You know that nurse video that I uploaded, and I think I titled it "This is what I did instead of homework," or something along those lines. Maybe I should title this one "This is what I did instead of my finals." Who needs finals when you have YouTube. It's been like a full 24 hours since I actually last had this going. I finished the shirt, the undershirt, and the pants for Leafeon. I've got the vest to do now, which I have a mock-up, which is the first time I've ever drafted my own pattern, and I didn't want to do them. It was a horrible experience. Not really, I'm totally being over dramatic here. Pattern pieces, yes, have those mocked up. They're not the prettiest things I've ever done, but I don't really care, I've never done that before. So I'm gonna go in my living room, my back is gonna continue to cry. I'm gonna cut these out and pray that it worked and that I know what I'm doing sometimes. I don't have a lot of faith in myself, but it's okay. It's been like a week and I like haven't worked on this at all, and I need to, and I also definitely should have not thrown these. I've made my first patterns. I don't know where I last left off at, so I'm gonna kind of just re-explain everything. I made my own patterns for the first time ever. I've never done this before. I think they look actually pretty okay, and they look like other patterns I've used in the past. I'm just scared of them. So I've got that all cut out. I'm gonna go pin that, I'm gonna sew that up, and then we're gonna, well, no, I'm gonna pin it, try it on, sew it up, and then we'll do the lining and the boning, So just as suspected, I did end up having to just take the lining off after I like halfway sewed it on, but what I'm doing now is I'm going to put boning inside of it to give it a little bit more structure to make up for the lack of lining, and then I think I'm either just gonna hem the edges of this or put, what is that called? Bias tape around it, so, I don't totally know which one I want to do yet. I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards the bias tape, so I might just do that. Either way though, I also just might overlock these. We're gonna find out. So, yes, that is the plan. But right now I'm putting boning in, basically where all the seams are, and then at the back here, because I'm gonna have this at least, I did decide to have it lace up in the back, so. Otherwise than that though, everything's going really well, except for like the few hiccups that have put me a little bit behind schedule, but it's okay. So that's basically the plan. Cool. Okay, I know it doesn't look good now, but that's because it's on the mannequin and it's also not laced in the back, but if I were to pull it, this is how it's looking so far. There's trim on the bottom of it as well, going all around, and then for the back, I'm gonna have it lace. So that's gonna be really nice. There is, one of these got turned around a little bit. I think it might be, yeah, it got this one that got turned around, but I'm gonna just kind of heat it back into place and no one's gonna know. So basically I put the boning in. I haven't updated, I think the last time I updated you all was when I was talking about putting the boning in. Obviously I've done that, and then I lined these with some bias tape. And I just I just hemmed the armholes because I didn't want to do anything fancy with them. So they're not like the cleanest looking things in the entire world, but they work, so I don't care. And then, so now what I have to do is I have these little eyelets that I'm gonna put along here, and that's what's gonna close these up. So it's gonna be a lot of them, but I think that's what I want. I don't know totally how to do that. I mean, I've done corset backs before, but I want to do this correctly. I'm like, it's very funny because parts of this costume are very like historically based and like based in historic costume making, and then other parts of this, like the boning made out of plastic, I'm just like, modernized technology. Yeah, or the fact that I like didn't line this. I decided against it because I had to take the lining out, and then after that we get to do the really fun part where is the decorative lace up right here. This neckline isn't as deep as I like initially was gonna go, but I honestly think I'm a little bit more happy with this, and this also sits higher up than it does on my body. It comes down to like here on my body, where it only comes down to here on this one. Which actually might be the same spot, it's just taller than me so it doesn't look as deep. I'm gonna go add the corset backing into it, not the corset, the lace into it after doing, what am I doing here? I also have like my final to write today, and it's Friday, so this is gonna be very interesting. I had to move to my living room to get that wide angle shot so I literally ignore everything going on, but look, it's so cool. That worked. Dude, that worked. I cannot believe that worked. I'm a little shocked. It's a little bunchy in the back, which I will fix like when I actually wear it. But yeah, it's the this part and the base of the costume is pretty much finished, which I'm really excited about. It's a very simple base. The details for Leafeon definitely come like with the accessories and the cape, which I might try to fit in this video. But if I don't, look out for next week's. But yeah, no. I'm really happy with how it came out. I have no idea how, like, I know that the front, like the top of this is laced properly. I have no idea about the back because I had my grandmother do that one. I feel pretty swag, pretty cool. So yeah, anyways, that's it. I think it looks really good though. I'm feeling really good about this, so yeah. Point is, if next week's video, if this is this week's video and this is the end of this video, please stay tuned for next week because I will be making a cape, or finishing a cape. I kind of already started it, but it's okay. And hopefully finishing my quiver. Yes, okay. I'm so happy. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes.